Well, hi there. My name is Kip Man, and this is The Struggle. And The Struggle is a podcast that is going to focus, this is our first episode, by the way. It's going to focus on the struggle because the struggle is real, right? The struggle with weight loss, the struggle with aging, the struggle with trying to remember why you went downstairs a few minutes ago. Where did I put that pen? It was just in my hand. The struggle with all of that. The struggle with trying to get to the gym. The struggle with body issues. Trying to accept yourself. It's hard to accept yourself and better yourself at the same time, right? That's the struggle right there, because you don't want to let yourself go and just be unhealthy and sloppy and out of shape, and you don't want to do that, but you also want to accept you are how you are. So that struggle is real too, right? Trying to figure out, how do I accept who I am but still try to make myself better? How can I get through the next 24 hours without wanting to, just completely eat an entire package of chocolate chip cookies and drink a 12-pack of something? Soda or Schlitz. Is Schlitz still a beer? Am I aging myself with Schlitz? I can remember everybody's advertising slogan from when I was a kid. I can sing like cereal jingles, and my wife will just be like, "What is wrong with you?" Is it weird that I can remember Schlitz? Don't say beer, say bull. The Schlitz malt liquor bull. Do you remember? Do you remember that? I don't even know why you would have a slogan that said, "Don't say beer, say bull." Anyway, so why are we doing the show? Well, we're doing the show for multiple reasons. We've partnered with the Mighty Networks. If you don't know what the Mighty Networks is, it's kind of like mixing social media with old school bulletin board, like message boards. Except it's more like Twitter. It's more like a private Twitter. And you can set up, companies or whoever can set up Mighty Networks for any number of reasons. We discovered it because somebody had set one up about being sober. And it's pretty cool because you can build a whole community of people that want to find accountability in weight loss and fitness, or find information in weight loss and fitness, or motivation, new ways to do things, new ways to think about things, stuff like that. So we are partnering with Mighty Networks, and if you would like to join that particular community, you can go to it's fitbodyspace.com. So you can just head on over to fitbodyspace.com, and you can just join up right there. And there's going to be something that pops up that says "Ask to join Mighty Networks." You don't have to ask. I don't know why they word it like that. You can just join. You don't need permission. And then you can kind of go through the steps and see how it works. And we've got, I don't know, there's not a lot of people on there right now. There's, 7 or 8 people. I mean, right at this moment, not 7 or 8 total people. But it's pretty cool. So go to fitbodyspace.com, and eventually we'll start doing live, we'll do the podcast live right there, and you'll be able to join in and ask questions or whatever. And I want to start every show, every one of these episodes, with a motivational quote of some kind. And I posted one today that I think is really, really good. And I wanted to post it, or I wanted to give it to you guys to start off. And the quote is, "If you can't stop thinking about it, don't stop working on it." And that goes for pretty much everything. If you've got a dream of owning your own business, and if you can't stop thinking about it, don't stop working on it. Maybe your dream is to find a new job. Maybe you wake up every morning going, "I can't believe this is what I do." Well, if you can't stop thinking about it, don't stop working on it. And the same goes for your body and your health and your fitness and your whatever it is. Get control. If that's all you think about, if you're like many, many millions of people around the world and you go to bed at night thinking about that you're 30 pounds overweight and you wake up in the morning thinking about that you're 30 pounds overweight and you open your closet door and you see that there's 4 things in there you can wear. I have in my closet, because I admit to you, I'm about 30 pounds overweight right now, which is really weird for me because I've always been in the fitness world. I can carry the 30 pounds differently than a lot of people can, but I feel it and I look it too in my mind. And I open up the closet and, I got 27 shirts in there, 4 of which that I wear all the time. So if you can't stop thinking about it, don't stop working on it. My golf game. I can't stop thinking about it. But I can't stop working on it either. I can't really work on it in the wintertime. I'm not lucky enough to have one of those houses where I can have space to swing a golf club. I'd love to have space in my garage to swing a golf club. But you can't swing around. You can't even swing your whole body around in my garage. It is so crammed. We got stuff for our business in there. We've got, how many bicycles does one family need? I'm kidding. We just have 3, but they're always spread out, so it feels like we have 14. I don't know why the 10-year-old, 11 now, he's 11 now, right? Yeah, 11. I don't know why he needs 5 scooters. But the garage, see, that's another thing. I can't stop thinking about it. I shouldn't stop working on it. I should be in the garage right now, cleaning out the garage, not sitting here doing this. So we're going to kick this off with a series of 4 shows in a row, 4 daily shows. Now, we're not always going to be daily on this podcast because, quite frankly, I've done lots of different podcasts. I've done podcasts about movies. I've done podcasts about golf. I've done podcasts about music. I was on the radio for 30 years, and I had to do a show every single day. And you know what? Every single day is not as easy as you might think. So, the first 4 episodes are very specific, and I'm going to tell you why here in just a couple of seconds. After these 4 episodes, we'll probably do something in the neighborhood of twice a week, something like that, and we'll try to have guests on that are going to speak to particular topics. We'll talk about everything from exercise. One of my favorite things to talk about that I used to do when I owned 2 gyms, and one of my favorite things to talk about to clients and customers at the gym was diet and nutrition myths. And we're going to bust up myths all over the place. We will be available to you on YouTube, obviously here on the YouTube channel that you are probably watching this on right now. And we're available if you want the audio version on basically every podcast space that there is. So all you have to do is search for The Struggle with Kitman or just The Struggle. And please subscribe on the YouTube channel because we would really love to keep this thing going, and we really need 1,000 subscribers in order to make this thing pay off financially as well. We're not looking to make billions here, but we would like to pay for the effort and the website and all that jazz. So now, why are we going to give you 4 episodes in a row? Because my wife and I are beginning a 4-day fast. And it occurred to me that a lot of people have probably wondered about fasting and what fasting does for you and what fasting can do to you, to your body, and what fasting is like. And you can find articles online. There are a few. I have to tell you, I read a few of these articles, and some of them were blog posts by people that were, writing the blog like kind of what we're doing as the fast is going on. But I found some of them really disingenuous. And what I want to do is kind of give you the alarming truth of things that happen during a fast, good and bad. Because a lot of people get into things and you just don't know what to expect, right? It would be great if we could all have somebody lay it out for us, no matter what it is. I really want to try this particular thing, but I'm really worried about spending the money or jumping into it or any of that because I don't know what it's going to be like. So that is what we're going to attempt to do right here, is sort of give you the kind of ins and outs of what's going to happen during a fast. Now, as you prep for a fast, and I've done fasts before. I've done 7-day fasts. I've done 24-hour fasts. I've done, whatever. Like, I've done them before. Back in the day when I was all jacked up and in the best shape of my life, teaching people how to fight and owning 2 fight gyms or 2 gyms, a fight gym and a fitness gym. I used to do fasts all the time, but I haven't done one in a long time. And why? Okay, so let's start with why are you fasting, or why are we fasting? The number one reason why we are is for a reset. Your body, okay, let me tell you, have you ever heard of zombie cells? Scary, right? Zombie cells. Zombie cells are cells in your body. This is a real thing, you guys. This isn't like weird conspiracy theory, any of that stuff. It's a real thing. There's cells in your body that have died or are useless, but they refuse to completely die and go away. And the reason they refuse to die and completely go away is because we are constantly bombarding them and feeding them what they need to survive. So even though they're basically a dead creature living inside of us, a cell, it's worthless. It's dead. But it's maintaining its hold on our body because we're feeding it what it needs, which is glucose. And if you can strip the glucose away from the zombie cells, they will disintegrate. They will not be there anymore. They will be absorbed by the healthy cells around them. So that's reason number one we're doing this. And really, it takes about 3 to 4 days for these cells to be affected by removing the glucose, okay? If you want to really get rid of them. Now, that doesn't mean there aren't other ways to do it. You can do it. It's just going to take longer. Now, when I tell you these cells are going to go away, you're thinking to yourself, well, big deal. What's the big deal? Well, these cells contribute to all kinds of badness in your body, these zombie cells. And one of the things they contribute to is having your body not function at its optimal level. And if you're trying to lose weight or get in shape or I don't know, lots of things. There's lots of reasons. You need your body functioning at the optimum level. You need to have your cells doing all the job that they need to do. So that's reason number one for doing this. Reason number two is in my attempts to get rid of the body fat and get back in the kind of shape that I used to be, I have hit a plateau, a weight plateau. I cannot bust through it. I'm over 50. I'm a male. I have gut fat that I cannot get rid of. I can lose so much, and then I kind of plateau and then gain a pound or two and then plateau again and then gain another. And then next thing you know, you look up and I've taken no weight off and put no weight on. Like I'm right back to where I was. And so one of the ways to break through these plateaus is by depriving your body of calories pretty dramatically. Now, this doesn't mean a fast is going to solve your problems for you. It's not. Okay, it's not on its own. Truthfully, what's really healthy for you is to do a 24-hour fast a couple of times a month. My goal, and I think my wife's goal too, although you'll have to ask her when we get through with this, but the goal to me is to get through the 4 days and then incorporate fasting into our life on a more steady basis. Maybe once a week, a 24-hour fast. Maybe once a month, a 48-hour fast, something like that. But I want to explain to you during the course of this what is happening. Now, what's not just what's happening conjecture-wise. I'm not going to tell you what I think should happen, but when we come back and do the show tomorrow, you'll know what is happening during the fast, during the first 4 hours, during the second 4 hours, what happened. And I'm going to explain to you what's going on inside my body as well. So not just anecdotal evidence with stories and me saying this is how I feel, but I'm going to give you the scientific breakdowns of actually what's going on in my body while it's going on. So I think and hope that you'll get educated, perhaps even a little entertained as we do this. So that will be in episode 2. This is episode 1. If you would like to talk to us about this, join along with us, go to fitbodyspace.com and join us on the Mighty Networks. We have our own social media site. You don't have to join Twitter. You don't have to be, it's not a Facebook site. It's our own thing. We don't allow any posting on there that's got anything to do with politics. Okay? We might drop the F-bomb every now and then. This is probably not a place for you if you are sensitive to the ear. But we do not allow politics. If you even hint in a political post, if you even say anything negative about either side, your ass is booted. We are not going to go down that road on fitbodyspace.com. Okay, so if you want to escape that crap and come to a place where people are talking about fitness and weight loss and giving you motivation and holding you accountable and giving you good ideas, et cetera, this is the place for it. Now, like I said, there's not a lot of people on it right now. We literally just launched it. But we've already got some people showing up, and we would love to have you too. So please go there, fitbodyspace.com. As I said, this is episode 1. When we get into episode 2 and 3 and 4, you're going to find out what a fast is like. Now, I'm going to tell you right now that I have done fasting before, as I said a few minutes ago, and the first 48 hours are the toughest. The first 24 are hard, but you can do it. It's that second 24. It's that. So it'll be episode 3, right? Because this is 1. We'll actually do 5 episodes to tie this all in, because today's like the launch episode. Tomorrow will be day 1, 2, 3, and 4. But that second day, that's the one. Boy, it can be tough. But you'll find out for sure as it's happening. So that'll be fun. Before you start a fast, it's kind of funny. You kind of feel like it's the Last Supper. You kind of feel like, let's eat all of the cookies. Not let's just eat all the cookies. Let's go to the store and buy more cookies and come home and eat all of those. Then, after that, let's drink all the beer. And while we're drinking all the beer, let's eat all the chips. Because in your mind, you think, I'm not going to get anything for 4 days. I'm going to gorge myself like a sweaty fucking animal. Yeah. Probably don't do that. You're going to be tempted. And I'm not going to lie to you. Last night we ate all the cookies. And tonight we're going to try to be better. Because let me explain to you, when you do a fast, your body will react a certain way based on what your last couple of meals were. And if your last couple of meals were protein and roughage, your body is going to begin using your fat reserves quicker than if your last couple of meals were a lot of carbohydrates and sugar. So try to make, before you do a fast, try to make that last couple of meals, maybe the lunch and the dinner of the day before, make those a high protein, roughage-based meal. Tonight, we will be having a modified chicken Caesar salad tonight. That will be our dinner with a lot of chicken. Because once we finish eating dinner tonight, once we drop that last fork at 5:30 or 6 o'clock tonight, whenever we finish, that starts the clock. And then tomorrow, it will be no food at all. Just water. And if you can tolerate black coffee, you can probably have some of that. But I can't drink black coffee, you guys. I cannot do it. I like coffee to basically be this, like the color of the tabletop right here, or the wall. I made the transition away from dairy already. Dairy's not good for you. I'm never going to get into an argument of vegetarian, vegan versus meat versus keto versus paleo. We're going to talk about all of that. I'm not going to poo-poo any of it. I am good. The one thing that I will always poo-poo is dairy. You shouldn't be eating dairy. I know we love cheese, right? And I eat it. Cheese is the only dairy I eat, though. I don't drink milk. I don't eat ice cream. I don't eat cream-based anythings. Dairy's not good for you. Dairy's bad for you. It's not even an argument. This isn't one of those things where it's, well, oh, that's your opinion. No, it's not. It's a fucking fact. Dairy is not good for you. Not to mention the fact that you're drinking the breast milk of another animal. Who came up with that idea? Who was the first person to look at that cow and go, hey, you see those dangly doodads over there? Let's go suck on those. Yeah, don't. And you could call me soy boy all you want. That would not go well for you if you did it face to face, but, whatever. I don't like soy milk either. I like oat milk. And yes, I know you can't milk an oat. That's just a name, you guys. You have to call it oat milk because if you call it oat squeezins, nobody's going to eat it or drink it. Oat juice. I mean, it's better than nut juice, right? Like, you can't do that either. I don't like almond milk, by the way. I don't dislike it, but I like oat milk better. You can't call it, you have to call the milk. You got to use the word. Because we are so ingrained in it in our lives. Because when you're a little kid, drink your milk, drink your milk, drink your milk. Are there things in your life that you can't stand food-wise because you had to just eat it when you were a kid and it was gross and you didn't want to? Like, I can't eat tuna because my grandmother would make these little tuna patties and we'd have to eat those. And, we didn't have that much money when I was growing up. We didn't have any at all, as a matter of fact. So I get it now. Like, as an adult, I understand why we had to eat like that. But it ruined me. Like, I can't even smell tuna without just bleh. I can't. If you have things that you would like once we get through these first 5 episodes about the fast, If you have other things you would like us to explore and talk about here on The Struggle, you can hit us up in an email or just go to fitbodyspace.com and just chat about it there. It's a pretty cool thing. It really is. And I'd love to see you over there. I've got it up most of the time on my computer here, and we'll try to respond quickly, especially at the beginning, because I want everybody to get engaged and involved in the whole thing. And like I said, we will eventually have some guests on the show too, some experts, because I love debunking diet and exercise myths. I love that because there's so many of them, and sometimes I just look at people and go, "Are you kidding me with this? Like, what are you doing to yourself? Why would you do this?" There's not going to be any like grapefruit diets. Like, what are you doing? If you want to do it for a few days to give yourself a jump start, that's one thing. I see some crazy stuff out there. And a lot of people don't even do it because they're insane. A lot of people do it because they believe they're being told the truth by people that are just trying to get their money. But also, stuff gets drilled into your head. Like, it's always funny to me when somebody who doesn't know what my background is sees me in the gym and I'm doing an exercise they may have never seen before or something like that. And they come over and go, "Yeah, that's not how you do that exercise. You need to do this and this with your elbows," or whatever it is. And I just look at them and go, "What are you talking about? First of all, don't ever give unsolicited advice. And secondly, don't give unsolicited wrong advice." Like, what is that great saying? Never take criticism from someone you wouldn't take advice from. That's me. Like, I can't think of that many people I would actually take advice from. And I take criticism from no one. I let people criticize me that already are allowed. My wife can criticize me, right? She's about the only family member that can. If I'm doing something in your realm and I'm doing it wrong, you can criticize me. Like if I go, I don't know, like if I'm learning how to fly an airplane, the teacher can criticize me. The other students can't. I'm not going to hear it. There's something ingrained in my brain that doesn't allow me to take criticism from people that I wouldn't take advice from. I love that saying, though. Love it. This is called The Struggle. The struggle is real, y'all. What is the deal with you? You got weight loss issues? Do you have memory issues? Do you know how much memory issues, how often memory issues are diet based? Did you know that? Did you know that you can cure your memory issues by eating better? Getting the sugar out of your life? Did you know that? We'll talk about that on an episode. We're going to do a whole sugar episode. I guarantee it. So I am off in the next few minutes here to get things ready for dinner tonight. And then the fast will start right after dinner tonight. So if you come back here for episode 2, which if you're listening to us on day 1, it will be posted tomorrow. If you are listening to us at any other point, it's probably already up right now. And we will discuss what's happening during the fast of day 1, day 1 of the fast. And you can join us to talk about it as well at fitbodyspace.com. Come by, say hi, leave your thoughts. Maybe you've got something that you could help somebody else with. Maybe there's somebody struggling with something that you've already overcome. A victory you've already had in your diet and weight loss and fitness regime in your struggle could help somebody else with their struggle. Or maybe you are having some issues and you just need accountability. You need somebody to say, hey, we haven't heard from you for a few days. How's the workout going? You know what I'm saying? Fitbodyspace.com is the place to go for that. My name is Kip Man. This is The Struggle. We will see you back here for episode 2. Bye.